Welcome to the BESL Pro Season 1. My name is Derek Danger, and together with me is not Cookie, not today. It's going to be Arlight, the mid laner from Team Falcon Gaming?
Falcon eSports.
Falcon eSports.
Thank you, thank you. Glad to be here today. We'll be casting 4 whole games today. What do you think about the first matchup? It's going to be Public Enemy, the team that won Falcon eSports, actually. Against against Team Solomata, who didn't win Falcon eSports, actually. So, yeah, what do you think about this game?
Well, it's going to be interesting. But before we go into individual matchups, let's just go through this week's schedule. And this week, we start the week with not a game between Keep Yourself Alive versus NACL, where Keep Yourself Alive forfeited the match. Then at the same day, there was Falcon eSports versus Coinflip Gaming, which was a 2-0 for Coinflip Gaming. Yesterday, we saw a really dominant 2-0 from Imantis 5 versus Surreal Gaming.
Yeah, and Imantis 5, 8-0, I believe, in standings right now. Haven't lost to anyone. No one really expected Surreal Gaming to win any of these games, but yeah, still a dominant showing from them.
Yeah, 6-0 for correction. And well, today we will see 2 matches. First one's going to be Public Enemy versus Team Solomata, and afterwards Vegan Unit 4 versus Iron Wolf. So I hope that we will finally see the full strength Iron Wolves this week with the main members instead of its substitutes. I'm still not sure which players are going to play, because they are a huge roster.
Yeah, and Iron Wolves, we haven't seen them a lot. Maybe we could see an upset. Maybe they haven't practiced a lot since they had substitutes. But yes, if Optimus is going to be in the marksman role for today's matches, I do believe that it is going to be a 2-0. There's no doubt in anyone's mind that Iron Wolves are the strongest team on BSL right now. So, yeah, not too excited about that match.
And the first match is going to be Public Enemy versus Team Solomata. And for Public Enemy, we have Smackla in the top lane, Ek is in the jungle, Rimtolis in mid lane, and Frexy and Afting on the bot lane.
Yeah, and Team Solomata's top laner will be Rouge, jungler Mata, mid laner Alvise, marksman Roper Essex, and the support is going to be Capsy.
And this is going to be a pretty interesting matchup. As Arlight previously said, Public Enemy did win versus Falcon eSports, whereas Team Solomata didn't, but that was 3 weeks ago, so who knows what they can bring out today. Last week they had, well, each week they show a better and better showing, and maybe this is going to be the week where they will go 2-0, because last week they went 1-1 versus NACL.
Yeah, I do believe that Team Solomata might be snowballing from the previous wins. They did need some more experience playing together to start coming out strong, and I'm going to take their side for these games. I'm a strong believer that they can pull this off if they have the right formula for how to play out against Public Enemy.
And yeah, well, my vote's for Team Solomata as well, but not because I think they're a stronger team. I believe that Public Enemy is a really, really strong team, as they are. As 5 members, they have a great synergy and great team fights, but, well, my vote is on Team Solomata because I'm biased. I know those people, and I really wish them well, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see if they can snowball from early game, because if they go to mid and late game, I think they have like no shot of contesting Public Enemy there.
Yeah, I do believe that if Team Solomata get to show their individual strengths this game, get ahead in the early game, they might pull it off. They should take champions that are going to be strong in the mid and late game, because Public Enemy's macro game is a lot stronger than any other teams here in BSL, at least stronger than Falcon eSports, I can say, from my experience. So Team Solomata need to be looking to get an early advantage in these games.
As Team Solomata are the underdogs in this game, what do you think? What do you think they should do to fight against Public Enemy, as you've played against them?
Yeah, well, I do believe that there shouldn't be much focus in the mid lane or top lane. The mid laner isn't a proactive player, so to say, in laning phase. He does look to take wave clear champions and go down to bot lane, try to use the river and set up vision there to take control of the enemy marksman, try to deny his resources. And that's why I do think that Team Solomata should be setting vision in the river, trying to get as much control of the Drake area, just because the mid laner and the bot laners will be playing around that. Also, keep track of the jungler. He's the strongest player for Public Enemy for sure.
And well, that's for this matchup. While players are still getting ready, we have to like go through the Friday's usual stuff, like the second Friday in a row, but not the last. We have the Axe Fridays, and well, last week we had it through YouTube. This week the contest is going to be held in Facebook, so be sure to follow the BSL Facebook page. There should be a post, I think, I think there should be a post, but be sure to like that post and share that post and probably comment it, as there will be a question. I'm not really sure, but that's how it should be. That's how I imagine it be. So just follow what happens on the Facebook BSL page. And well, this week, I don't know, we have the same stuff as last week, but well, let's go through it. I'll show you what kind of prizes you'll be able to get now. There are 3 different deodorant types and 2 shower gels. And for shower gels, there's mint freeze and there's carbon and clean. So pretty cool stuff, I've smelled it, it smells really good. If you win, you can try it yourself. And yeah, there are 5 different things. If you are the winner, you'll be able to choose 3 of them. Now, follow up with this.
Yeah, let's see what more is in the prizes of Axe. There is Dark Temptation Anti-Transparent, so yeah, that's one of the deodorants we have here. Let's see what else. There's Axe Gold. Yeah, that viewers are going to be liking this one. That's Axe Gold for you. And another prize, the last one, is going to be Axe Black, another deodorant. So be sure to follow the Facebook page, as Derek said. Also, watch out for the questions that are going to be popping up in the stream. And yeah, use hashtag Axe to answer the question, and you have a chance to win this giveaway.
And also, I want to remind you, this is like the last day of week 3. That's the 3rd of 9 weeks we have here in the regular season of BSL. And after the 9 weeks, the top 4 teams will go to the Hypertown Riga Expo, where they will compete in a LAN event for the grand prize. And well, there are still early bird tickets available for the Hypertown Riga Expo up until 26th, if I'm not mistaken, of March. It's a little bit more than a week from now, so be sure to get them early and get them cheap, because, well, yeah, I don't know how the prices are going to rise, but I would go for the cheaper option, because I think always cheaper is better if you get the same product.
Oh, well, of course, but as it was advertised, the VIP tickets are actually going to include merchandise from Hypertown, so it's not really revealed what yet is going to be in the merchandise, but I would watch out for that. I do believe it's pretty exciting, and yeah, I don't believe that the cheaper tickets could be, maybe it's more value to take the more expensive ones, actually. We don't know yet.
Well, about the VIP tickets, it's going to be pretty crazy. We know that we have really exciting sponsors from the endemic sectors, and then yeah, there's going to be a bag of merchandise, if I remember it correctly, and it's pretty hype. It's pretty hype nonetheless.
Yeah.
So,
and about the matchup, what I want to look out is actually the junglers playing it out, because I do think those are the two key members for each teams, Ekas for Public Enemy and Mata for Team Solo Mata. Who do you think is going to come out on top in this matchup?
well, both of the junglers are really experienced, and the last few patches are really rough on like the old-timers, I would say, because people want to play the jungler role as they did a long time ago, but now it's quite different. It's like early game junglers are coming back, but not at the same way as it was before. There's not much of like Elise Jarvan and Lee Sin as it used to be, but now Olaf is a big priority. We saw yesterday Homeless Master absolutely wrecking Surreal Gaming with an Udyr pick. So I would probably bet that the jungle matchup is going to go even. Maybe in the first, well, I think both junglers will take early game for both of the games. Like they will split their shining time.
Yeah, I do believe that the game will be revolving around them, but also big thing to mention is the wave clear fight in the mid lane. I do believe Rimtwalis and Always will be looking to take champions that can support their jungler. So Rimtwalis going for like Twisted Fate or Thalia, and I hope that Always gets to play his signature Aurelion Sol maybe, or get Thalia on his own. But yeah, as I mentioned, I do believe that the wave clear in mid lane is the primary thing they should be looking out for.
And yeah, let's see what they go for, because we are already in the champion select. Kicking it off, it's going to be an Aurelion Sol ban from Public Enemy's side, and so far none of the teams have let Aurelion Sol open versus Allies. And yeah, in the first game, Public Enemy is going to be on the blue side, while the Team Solo Mata on the red one.
Yeah, and we already see Kazakhs being banned out from Team Solo Mata, looking to take out those aggressive junglers. I think it's a hint towards Mata trying to play Olaf. I've seen him practicing it a lot and having a lot of success in solo queue. Also banning out the Sion, so Rouge can have an easier time in the top lane. Obviously they are on the red side, so they can't first pick it. And Xayah being taken away too, so they're not going to look to first pick that. Repressic showing had really good showings of Xayah already in the tournament. And yeah, let's see what's the third ban.
And the third ban is going to be Olaf, so it will open up a pretty interesting choices in the jungle, as maybe Mata, and both actually Mata and Ekes had pretty underwhelming games on Jax so far. I think Ekes had one at least, and Mata had one at least.
Yeah, Mata played 2 Jax games against us actually. that didn't make me a huge believer of the pick. They did try to pair Galio up with that, so that's still open for them if none of the champions are picked in the first pick phase for Public Enemy. So maybe they're going to try and make that work again.
And yeah, Camille is banned, so none of the teams want to face the Camille-Galio combo, which is pretty scary. And first pick Kassadin, that is quite ballsy, if I can add. Because, well, what do you think about, as a mid lane main, what do you think about first pick Malzahar in this one?
I think it's really bold. I don't agree with this. Rimtalis isn't used to play champions like this, who don't have as much wave clear, and trying to pick it in the first pick, why should it even be contested? I don't know.
What if it's top lane Kassadin?
Oh wow, do you think he's going to build like Iceborne Gauntlet? I really haven't seen that recently. I don't believe something like that would come out, but we can see Caitlyn and Janna picked right after the Kassadin pick, so...
And those are probably one of the favorite champions for the Team Solomatis bot lane. At least Janna is for Capsy, because for like a season or two, he's been building like a full AP Janna as often as he can, and that's pretty nasty. But on the contrary side, we see for the public enemy, we have Jhin and Alistar, and yesterday Imantis 5 played Jhin and Alistar, and it was really scary.
Yeah, and Azure picked up too. I do believe Always can pilot the champion pretty well. He should play a bit more aggressively than he played against me in the first games against Public Enemy. He was really passive in the laning phase. I didn't really feel much pressure from his Azir, so I hope I could see a bit more aggressive game from him in this matchup. But,
and a Jax ban, so they're probably banning out Mata or Ekis because no one wants to have Jax in their jungle. Like,
wow.
in no context, I don't like Jax as a jungler or a champion. I don't know. But yeah, a lot of jungle focus. We have, from the red side, we have Shyvana and Zac banned. So what's left? There's like Sejuani, maybe Zinzao, maybe Warwick. What do you think?
I think Jarvan is still an option here for Team Solo meta. I do think, Mata likes to play a lot of Jarvan too, and the Cataclysm could work pretty well paired up with the control that Caitlyn and Azir have, so he can set up the battlefield for them throughout the team fights. And yeah, Jhin, an immobile marksman, so that the Cataclysm would be really good against that too.
What about Amumu?
Amumu, definitely an option in the jungle.
It's definitely a placeholder, and that's Sejuani for us.
Yeah.
So they're looking for... Yeah.
Yeah, Sejuani, yeah, as you mentioned, another option here for Mata is going to try to support Always, set up vision for him, maybe play it out a bit passive, or maybe the opposite, they want to shut down the Kassadin, not let him snowball to mid-game, and a Skarner pick for Ekis, also very viable even after the nerf. I don't think it was too huge, so still a viable choice in the jungle. Sejuani versus Skarner, it could go either way.
And interesting that they picked the Shen on the top lane because they banned the Darius, and I thought they would go for the Ornn. But because like Darius yesterday we saw Godux playing Darius versus Ornn, and it was really successful. But a Shen blind pick, and yeah, that's what you get. It's a Gangplank on the top lane, and there's probably nothing that Shen can do about it. Gangplank will be a strong force.
Yeah, I do believe that Gangplank has room to farm up. Shen won't be too scary to try to shut him down. Skarner, pretty telegraphed champ, and also have to work with the vision to try to make it a success.
But do you really need a vision if someone can just like enable Predator, enable Righteous Glory, and vision will help you much there?
Yeah, of course, you can set up the vision in a way where you cover the openings that Skarner is going to try to come out from, So maybe even set it up in his jungle inside, not the river itself. So you can see him trying to move towards a certain side of the map or towards a certain lane and try to predict it and set up a wave accordingly. That's why vision is a huge thing in this match.
And yeah, it's going to be pretty interesting first game, because I wouldn't give a big edge to either of the teams. I would say the team Solomata can siege whenever they want, because of like Caitlyn, Azir, and in case they need Gangplank, he can just ult from sideline.
Yeah, I am a big fan of Caitlyn and Azir paired together, just because they are a lot of DPS from those champions, and they have a really good range and control of sieges, and they can play pretty passively with the Caliber net and Azir's ultimate. So, as you were saying, you were thinking Smackler will be going for Ornn, but I think he picked Shen just because they have Kassadin on their team. They might be practicing that combo paired up together. So I'm really excited how they will exploit the strengths of that.
But what about the Darius ban? Why is suddenly everyone playing Darius? Nothing much happened to him. But Darius has always been a good pick into tanks.
Yeah,
so
but
maybe that's why.
Maybe it's because a lot of top laners were targeted by Riot Games. A lot of the meta champions were nerfed out, so it left room for someone like Darius to show up. And yeah, people just realized his strength. Maybe he wasn't that weak at all from the very start of the season, of this season. I mean.
And yeah, it seems like the teams are slowly remaking the lobby with the right picks. So yeah, we will see them in the right order. You will not.
Yeah,
but it's going to be an interesting first game, and I think that Kenty has to just I don't actually know what their win conditions are, because after like they have Jhin, which is good for like ulting someone from afar. Kassadin won't be able to like 1v9 the game, so I don't see any way how Kassadin can go in to Caitlyn and Azir.
I would say actually the opposite. There are a lot of scary champions on the side of Public Enemy that will zone Caitlyn and Azir out in the team fights and will pressure them severely, because Skarner is the threat that can run in with his Predator and Righteous Glory. At the same time, Kassadin can Rift Walk in, and as I mentioned, Shen can just use his Stand United to pair up Kassadin's engage. And don't forget about Alistar, such a strong pick against champions like Caitlyn and Azir, if Azir can't react with his ultimate. And yeah, I do believe that it's a really strong team comp against long-range champions like Caitlyn and Azir. They will be looking to try to make engages.
But they have no range. I don't see how that's going to work. They won't be able to kill Gangplank's barrels, so they will have to run through them, which means if they don't like crush early game, it's going to be really rough on them.
I would say the opposite, just because Kassadin, Skarner, Shen, and Alistar have a really easy way to try to go into the team fight and collapse the enemies from different sides. But the only champion that doesn't have a real engage is Jhin on this team composition. But Jhin, always having his curtain call, can use the ultimate to try to set up kills for the other champions. For example, Caitlyn can only dodge one of the bullets, like with her Caliber net. I mean, Janna and Gangplank will have to try to play really well to try to defend their carries with Janna's Monsoon and Gangplank's barrels. The ultimate from Gangplank can be used to slow down Skarner and Kassadin too, but I'm still a strong believer in the composition from Public Enemy.
I don't know, I don't believe them at all. I think that unless they play perfectly, they will try to go for a flank, maybe flank from multiple angles. And once they do that, if they do not time it perfectly, so Johnny will just stun one of them and they will just turn on one target, it's going to be dead instantly because Caitlyn and Azir has such a huge damage. Gangplank is going to be huge. No one can really touch Gangplank in the early game. It's not the right season for lane swaps either, so it's going to be huge, huge Gangplank. Bot lane is going to be even, and actually, I would give the bot lane to Public Enemy because unless Capsy can perfectly cancel all the downstairs combos, I can see that go terribly wrong. But yeah, I don't know, we have contrary opinions, and well, yeah, you go more for the Public Enemy, I go more for the Team Solomata in terms of the draft. And well, as the players are loading in, we'll go in a small commercial break, and well, when we'll be back, we'll see Public Enemy versus Team Solomata. and we are live in the game between Public Enemy versus Team Solo Mata. And well, as we can see on the level 1, there's not going to be much action, as it seems like all 5 members from both teams will just go to match each other on the opposite sides. And well, maybe a little fight on the mid lane. Rimtol was trying to bully out Always before the minions spawn, just playing around.
Yeah, and I'm still interested in how Public Enemy play out the early game. They do want to take away resources from Team Solo Mata's side so they can stop the snowball of the champions like Gangplank and Azir. They do have to look out to try to deny as much resources as possible from that team composition to be successful in this matchup.
And well, there's going to be an even gold start as both teams take 1 altar each. And well, we will see both junglers actually starting with blue, so Skarner will be the first one on the bot lane, unless Mata does some crazy clear where he goes like blue-red into wolves and going bot lane. But we don't see that happening.
Yeah, and as you said, Gangplank will have a pretty easy time to farm up in the early game, but Mata will be looking out to try to defend his solo laners and make him farm up make them farm up as much as possible in these matchups. Gangplank just wants to play it out safe, same as Azir, just rack up as much gold as possible for their first spikes.
Well, in the early game, I think that Team Solo Mata will have the laning edge at least, as I think all 3 lanes win out pretty massively, and well, bot lane is the only one that can actually fight against it. And we can see Ek is already trying to invade, but well, he'll get scared off by Mata.
Yeah, he did lose a bit of time here trying to do interesting things like that. But when you talked about matchups, I still think Kassadin is a pretty strong pick into Azir. We can see he is running bone plating to try to tank as much damage as possible while farming up the minions in the earlier game.
Who isn't running bone plating?
I'm not actually when playing Kassadin. I do believe that I can. I'm pretty good at dodging out any damage that's coming towards me in the earlier games. I don't see too much aggressive players on the high diamond in the EU West.
So already we can see a small edge on the bot lane, as there's a big minion wave, so we'll have to see if they can, if Phyrexy and Afton can CS under the turret. And actually it's pretty, I wouldn't say difficult, but it's pretty interesting CSing under the turret with Jhin, because you have to take in account the auto attacks and the Q damage.
Yeah, the attack time is limited, and we can see Repressix showing dominance in the bot lane, landing that headshot from the trap that Phyrexy stepped in. Also the Peacemaker connected to him, and yeah, showing a good start in this game. But also in the mid lane, Rimtol is actually, as I said, not that hard of a matchup for Kassadin. Is holding up on farm the same amount as always so far, and we can see Mata just trying to defend him as much as possible, maybe showing some aggression later on against Kassadin, because he is pretty vulnerable before getting his Rift Walk.
And yeah, so far both junglers are just defaulting of clearing camps and getting vision in the enemy jungle, or at least in the river. Nothing much happening, but Skarner trying to live in the Mata's jungle so far.
Yeah, we know that Ekkas really isn't one of the players that's too scared of anyone in this league. We can see him playing aggressive all the time, and yeah, he feels really comfortable with his team going to invade the jungle, trying to find as much camps as possible. And yeah, Azir making sure to ward the bot side of the map is going to run into Ekkas.
Well, Azir will. Well, they will just shake hands and go different ways.
Yeah, and
what happened on the bot lane already? First blood onto Repressix. So big advantage for the, for Exi and Apting.
Yeah, we saw that Repressix was really aggressive in his play in this laning phase, but yeah, it turned out by Public Enemy really well.
And yeah, from the summoner spells, at least we can say that Jhin used Flash and there was Ignite from Alsta. So from that we can calculate that probably Alsta got his combo and they just chain CC'd them.
Yeah, we can see that Repressix used both of his summoners too, but still didn't survive, even though having a champion like Janna, as you said, Capsy will have to play really well to try to survive this matchup. But yeah, he was probably unsuccessful in canceling the combo from Alistar.
And in a top lane, a big fight, as Rouge is 6, Smackla isn't yet, and already the Sheen damage kicking in really hard. Smackla just used his TP, so it's going to be rough for him. But Akaz is trying to look for something. He finds Mata in the jungle, in the river rather.
Yeah, we can see a really well played game from Rouge so far. Not afraid to do damage against Smackler, try to keep him in lane, keep him from using Stand United effectively. If he does choose to use it, he will be teleporting in with pretty low HP. So have to watch out for that, try to keep him as low as possible. But Smackler actually trying to move in onto Rouge, getting a pretty good trade.
And well, ultimate comes in from the Smackler, and from behind there's Ekis, so will Rouge get away? Will he get the flash over the turret? There's a flash stun from Ekis, and Rouge fails the flash. How many times have we seen a failed flash on that? But Rouge, in the end, gets the kill on the Smackler with his passive. So a big win for Rouge there, I think, because like, well, yeah.
Yeah, but there's still the jungler in the top lane. The cannon wave is alive in this wave. He doesn't have teleport. We'll see Ekkas getting a lot of farm here in the lane, and yeah, Gangplank is going to lose some experience here, just because Ekkas was there to push out this huge wave and hit the tower pretty hard. So he's level 6 already, on top of Mata for one whole level.
And yeah, well, on the bot lane we see that Repressix and Capsy will just play it out safely right now. Will not try to trade or fight on the bot lane. And yeah, well, as you said, the Kassadin matchup working, well, doing wonders in the mid lane. Is behind a couple of CS, but for Kassadin that's like nothing.
Yeah, he's going to get the blue buff to try to help him in this lane. Always has a blue buff also, but pretty weird that he went for the Catalyst. I would try to go for Negatron Clock as the first purchase, just to try to tank up as much of poke as possible from Always.
And yeah, on the bot lane, actually the Caitlyn pick working out because after the death, Repressix was like 15 CS behind, and now he's slowly catching up wave by wave, but he is level 5 still, and now he levels up, level 6 for all 4 of the bot laners.
Yeah, we can see Rimtall is not afraid to try to go in for the trades. He does have the blue buff right now, so can he use his nullifying sphere.
And there's a Jhin ultimate. Gets Capsy, and well, will he get Repressix? He tries to dodge and he does it successfully.
Yeah, as you predicted actually, Public Enemy's bot lane showing great gameplay so far. Frexy and Afting showing their 2 strengths here against Team Solomata so far, and they are going to be securing the first Mountain Drake of this game.
And yeah, it's pretty difficult to play versus Jhin and Alistar. It's like, if you make one mistake, then you're pretty much donezo. But if you make no mistakes, then you win automatically. It's like a weird lane interaction, I would say.
Yeah, we can see Rimtall is actually forcing Always to back off from the lane, doing a lot of poke. While he has the blue buff, can throw a lot of nullifying spears out, and the Rift Wall complementing him pretty well now. Already level 8. And yeah, he's going to be forced to back off.
And on top lane, Rouge has a huge lead, already 15 CS, and that's only growing. Smackla just eats a Sheen proc after Sheen proc, and well, he's pretty low. Gangplank ultimate will come down, and Rouge gets the solo kill on the Smackla. The second one, well, the first one was 2v1, but yeah, Rouge really showing why the Shen blind pick was bad for Smackler.
Yeah, Rouge, we do know that Gangplank is one of his comfort picks. And yeah, showing so much success, 21 minutes
And well,
ahead.
Ekes will be found. He's in trouble. Always already comes to help him out. Ekes gets stunned, does not have the flash. He tries to use the ult to buy some time. Stand United comes in, and well, Ekes falls now. Rimtolis tries to equalize the kills. He runs away. He will have the Rift Wolf, and he jumps under the turret.
Yeah, we can maybe see them setting up for a dive in the top lane, but no, they are actually backing off, not trying to look for anything, because Smackler is going to come back to the lane, but Mata trying to secure the Rift Herald. Let's see if Smackler notices it, but no, he just wants to go trade with Rouge. We can see that he's still not afraid to play
well,
this matchup.
Smackler getting low again. Really low. Will he fall from this? And he does. He just comes back to lane to die.
Yeah, Rouge showing a lot of skill on this champion.
And it's a pretty interesting matchup because you cannot hit the Q while the sphere is on the ground, but you can hit the barrels, which is, well, equally as good. So he plays around it really, really well. And, well, Rouge already with the Trinity Force versus like Doran Shield and Tabbies. That's not going to help Smackler.
Yeah, the Tiamat will not help him too much. And actually Smackler, after coming back to the lane, he didn't get any minions. He died still having only 60 and only affording to get the Ruby Crystal more. So it is going to be very troublesome for
And well,
Public
Afton
Enemy.
goes in. There's a snare on the Janna. Afton goes in for the stun. Frexy comes in. And, well, Capsy will fall to the Frexy. And Frexy with 2 kills already. They are looking to get that first turret blood on the bot lane. 4 members on bot. And, well, no Gangplank ult yet to prevent that. So it's probably going to be, well, most likely, the first turret for Public Enemy.
Yeah, we can see a back and forth game so far from Public Enemy and Team Salamata. Top lane winning severely for Team Salamata. Rouge is going to be pretty fed here, but the opposite happening in the bottom side.
And they still want more. They will go for the blue buff.
Yeah, they're not afraid to show that the bot lane is winning, trying to secure the blue buff here. And it is going to be secured by
Ekes, and Gangplank ult comes down. Jin tries to ult, but he gets completely destroyed. Flanked from 2 sides. Now there's a kill, a full Sejuani kill for Always, kill for Rapper6, double kill for Mata, and that's 4-0 for Team Solo Mata. And well, that was probably a little bit too overzealous of Public Enemy to go for that.
Yeah, we can see Always being quick to help his team, showing a really great ultimate there in the team fight. Same as for other members of Team Salamata, not letting Public Enemy walk over them in this game, showing a lot of strength. And yeah, it is going to be more than a 2,000 gold lead right now for Team Salamata.
And well, Smackler somehow winning the trades. Well, not really, actually. He was winning for a second now. Frexy comes to top lane now. Rouge is in trouble. Will he fall from this? He flashed away, gets the orange, and he will get away. Well played by Rouge. But, yeah. Well, Ekes once more, as the Predator has been enabled, he will not go for that, as they have no vision of where Team Salamata is.
Yeah, Public Enemy looking to answer the lost play there on the bot side, trying to pressure down the top turret in the top lane. They do have pretty good vision set in the enemy jungle. 2 control wards on key positions here. They will spot out players from Team Salamata and will back out in time.
And now Rouge means the only member from Public Enemy who can mess with his barrels. And well, 1 out of 1 for Frexy so far.
Yeah, we can see Rimtalis keeping up in farm. Didn't go for Abyssal Mask. He did go for Rod of Ages in this matchup, which I did not expect, to be honest. But I guess he does want to go for a bit of an aggressive play, because he will be one of the main damage dealers just because they have a Shen in top lane and another tank in the jungle and support.
And Jin.
And Jin, of course. Marksmans are always doing damage. And yeah, but Public Enemy's bot lane still not falling back from the mistake they made in bot lane previously. They are still trying to fight for vision, push in.
Actually, it seems like Team Solomata will trade the turret on the top lane for Infernal Drake, but well, Smakla and...
There's still chances for Ekkas to try to steal this. He is ready, standing on the blast cone. Will he jump over in time? He does. Let's see who smites it, and it is Mata to secure Infernal Drake. Alves moving in, flash from Skarner, and the ultimate from Sejuani will land. Great Glacial Prison by Mata, and the kill and the Drake secured for Team Solo Mata. Well played by them.
And yeah, well, that was probably the best Ekkas could hope for a chance to steal, because there was no team to.
And we actually have an engage against Smakler in bot lane. Remember this, I mean Mata will secure the kill against Smakler. He isn't showing his best game so far, 4 deaths already on for Smakler here. So he does have to try to play a bit safer, not give away too much gold for Team Solo Mata in this game.
And that is the turret on the bot lane on top side. Caitlyn's a little bit too much to snowball against. It's pretty hard because Caitlyn does have the wave clear.
And yeah, we can see Afting not afraid to try to take control of the Tribush, is moving in over and over, trying to clear out those wards from Capsy. Will step on the trap, take a bit of
well, Roper 6. Oh, barely dodging the W from the Jin. And the turret's getting lower as Roper 6 has run out of mana.
Caitlyn with no mana, I have seen that before.
You have no mana.
No mana for Caitlyn, and Afting still fighting for the vision.
And well, Afting getting pretty low. We'll
He's
go
going
for
to
the
go
Janna,
in, pulverize.
but Rimtol is already there. Mata as well. Now, the Shen ultimate comes in on the Afting, so he will survive this one, but I don't know if that Shen ultimate was completely necessary.
I mean, Afting was pretty low. It's better to be safe than sorry. Using the Stand United to try to keep him alive. I wouldn't risk it, I would use it also. But yeah, very interesting play coming out from top side. Back and forth fights here from both teams.
And now it's Rouge versus the World. Will he be able to go 1v2 there? Now Turret is going to farm. Mata is there to help out Rouge farm a little bit. But he's not the only jungle there, as Ekkas is right around the corner. He will just run away and get the Skull Crab.
We can see Afting trying to look to catch out Alvice here. The Pulverize does land, Rift walks in, and Azir doing a great ultimate there to counter that engage. He is going to survive, and an Ignite coming out from Afting. No summoners used by Alvice, so a well-reacted play. And there's action
Mata
in topside.
in trouble.
Yeah, we can see
will
the
get
taunt.
snared, but Skarner ulted, the Gangplank ult comes in, and Mata tries to flash away, jumps away, and he will survive. Or will he? Afting goes in, gets stunned by the Sejuani. Now there's a Q on the Janna, and Capsy gets completely destroyed. A double kill for Rimtolis, and he wants more. No mana for him though, so he will not be able to chase down the Caitlyn. And Alves, meanwhile, taking the mid lane turret, will not be able to take it down completely, but getting it really low.
Yeah, very interesting that Alves did not choose to try to rotate for this fight. Did try to push down the turret in mid lane. I do not agree with this play. I think he had well enough time to react to the movements from Public Enemy and rotate towards top lane. Just because he has the Nashor's Tooth completed, he can do a lot of work in these team fights, as we saw before in the bottom side jungle. So I'm not sure what he's afraid of. He should trust his teammates and move towards fights much sooner than he is so far.
But I don't think that Team Solo Mata wants to go for the team fights in this one. They can just settle down for 1-3-1 for the rest of the game, or maybe when they all reach their power spikes, they can just go for the end push.
Yeah, but in the situation that we were presented with, I do think that Public Enemy were a bit too aggressive, and that could be exploited by Alvice's ultimate. And yeah, I still don't think they should be afraid to take these fights. They are getting their items, and Gangplank is really strong right now, finishing 2 items already.
And well, Rouge going for that Ghost Blade build. Gangplanks can go for basically anything they want. The most common is probably I would say, Sterex.
Yeah, but he...
After the Trinity falls.
Yeah, but he's like 40 minions ahead of Smackler right now. He's showing dominance in his build and not afraid to go for a bit more damage, as though I do believe that.
Well, Smackler caught out, but he'll just dash over the Baron pit.
Yeah, but I don't think Team Salamata needs any more damage, so maybe he did have to go for Sterex actually, but we will see later on. Gangplank is not a hard target to try to catch out in the side lanes when he's trying to acquire resources. So
and Ek is looking for something, or not. He'll just show himself to always, while Rapper6 just pushed down the top lane turret together with Capsy.
Yeah, we continue to see Team Salamata trying to play towards top side, just because Baron is up. The Drake, the next one will be Mountain Drake, so another Mountain Drake could be picked up by Public Enemy if they play well enough. And yeah, but the Baron is up, so it's a bit risky for them. The mid lane turret, as we saw, always got it pretty low, so that could be the next target. And it does seem so, as they are grouping in the mid lane, trying to set up some vision in the jungle. But no, they're actually backing off for now, trying to get ready for Drake. But no words in the pit from them. Are they going to give it away? That's a really interesting back timing. They should exploit this right now.
And Public Enemy knows that they have no vision there because they have full vision for themselves. So yeah, it seems like it's going to be uncontested as Rouge gets headbutted away. He'll try to go in as he presses the ultimate. Now Mata is there. Will he go for the steal? And he does not get to steal, so unsuccessful steal so far. Mata in trouble now. His team is there to support him now. Stand United goes on the afting falls. Rimtolis gets followed. Then well, Rouge wants some blood or some minions. What's going to be? They will go for the Baron, as it seems.
Yeah, and as I said, very interesting back time from Team Salamata, but Rouge actually caught out here. Riftwalk does come out towards him, and
well,
like, yeah,
pretty close, I would say. If he had like one more, well, 2 more seconds to get, how is it called, like the orange? It's like scurry?
Remove scurvy, I think.
Yeah, remove scurvy. Then he would probably get a kill there. Now it's kinda a little bit too far to go for the steal.
Yeah, actually Riftwalking in. Impel comes out from Ekas. That's going to be a secured kill against Capsy and Ropresix. And but the Baron
is going further.
Yeah,
he's going for Always.
Is Riftwalking towards Always. Is not afraid to take this play. And is he going to go for it? No, it doesn't seem like Always is going to get out. But Baron secured by Team Salamata. Not being, they won't be too sad to give away 2 kills to Public Enemy. So Repressix and Capsy will not have the Baron buff, but the key member, of course, will be Rimtolis here, having 5 kills and having that split push pressure with Lich Bane.
But can he split push versus Gangplank? That's going to be the name of the game, because if he cannot deny all those kills,
I do think if he misses the barrels, can Riftwalk out of the barrel damage from Rouge, Rimtolis can win these fights against him, just because he did choose to go for Yomu's Ghostblade and not Sterex, so he's not going to be able to tank up damage that comes out from Kassadin when he hits his 3rd item. It depends on how well they play out these rotations.
Well, Rouge is going for the Sterex 3rd item, so maybe he wanted the Ghostblade for, I don't know, a little bit more pressure.
Yeah, he did try to snowball his lead probably, so a delayed Sterex. So not a bad decision. I think it's still pretty good. He does feel comfortable on the champion, so he can get a bit more damage. And we can see Team Salamata still playing towards top side after securing Baron. Yeah, the river is secured by them. They're moving in further. He will catch out Ekas here, secure his altar, or however the Skarner thing is called.
It's probably altar or something.
Yeah, the
Cookie always says it's altar.
Yeah, so I heard that in the stream, yeah. And yeah, Rimtolis trying to defend his tower here, but it surely will go down. No one's in position to try to defend this here.
Or is there a big fumble on the combo for Alistar, as always gets almost a perfect ultimate to disengage.
Yeah, we can see that the siege is still going strong. The turret will be taken down by the siege minion.
And on the bot lane, we can see Rouge just split pushing. He's 3 levels ahead of Smackla, and that just keeps going. Meanwhile, always getting caught out on the mid lane. Now Rimtol is going forward, gets the kill on the Rimtol. Now Smackla misses his flash taunt, or taunt flash rather, and that's going to be, those are going to be 3 kills for Rimtolis.
Yeah, great play from Public Enemy. A bit of a misstep from Team Salomata, and they will lose a tower here for sure. The only Baron buff left for Mata, so not going to be able to use much of that, but Rouge is here to try to defend it with barrels. Cannon barrage still on cooldown.
And it seems like it's going to be pretty rough, as the first inhibitor will most likely die, as the 10 more seconds on the Raptor 6. Always is already alive, and they are trying to engage on this. Not really successful as well. Mata is just being a nuisance there.
Yeah, Public Enemy successful in backing off from this fight. Do not want to take risks like this. Did secure the tower of the inhibitor in mid lane. So very strong comeback from them after losing the Baron, not losing composure. That's a team that that's a team I know. Public Enemy, really strong team are coming out from them, and the Rimtalis will just be getting stronger, finishing his 3rd item already in this game.
He backed with 2k on in his bank, and yeah, Leechbane now coming in, not even going for Zonius or anything, just going for straight up damage, since if they can one-shot like one of the carries, then they can win the teamfight like almost 100%.
Yeah, we can see still Rouge going against Smackler, trying to farm up for his next item. Sterx finally completed by him, but only 2 items for Smackler. So he's still going to lose in the split lane, in the split push matchup. But yeah, Public Enemy shouldn't be afraid. They're only 1,000 or 2,000 gold behind. They can still take these fights and win them pretty easily. But Afting actually going to be caught out by Mata. Will the stun land? But Pulverize will stop him. Looks like the stun will come out, and ultimate from Alistar, and Azure ultimate will land too, so he's going to try to escape. Flash over the wall, but Repressix is quick to react with his auto attack, finishing off the Afting. So a little interesting.
And well, Rouge getting Rimtol is really low, gets the 1v2 kill on the Rimtol is then going in for the double kill. So he almost, well, he 1v2 the Rimtol is, and then Capsy came in to help him out get the double kill. So Gangplank proving his strength right there.
We can see after finishing Sterax, he's pretty strong playing against Kassadin. They didn't have too much burst to try to finish him down, and that's surely will be the inhibitor falling for Public Enemy. A bit of a slip up from them, but they will be looking to try to get back. Another turret is going to be going to go down for Public Enemy. I do believe, as they do have time, yes, they will stick around to try to get another. The Caitlyn traps are set down already.
But it might be a little bit too long, as the Jhin ultimate comes in. Predator and Righteous Glory enabled. Now Ekaz is looking for something. He gets the Always, and Always surely going to fall. Rimtol is with the first kill, looking for more. Afting gets one for himself, and well, Raptor 6 is scaring them away, but 2 kills for Public Enemy.
Yeah, as I said in the champ select, it's not hard for them to go for these engages. Even under Sundisk that was placed by Always, they were still successful in getting the engage. I think Always was a bit hesitant using his ultimate. He could have tried to use it a bit sooner to try to deny the engage, but still the turret going down for Public Enemy. An interesting
that was a teleport from Rimtol. Stand United comes in. Raptor 6 is going to fall. They will try to get Rouge. Rouge gets the return kill on the Smackla. Now Rouge still alive. Capsy saves him. And whoa, Rouge is just popping up in these team fights.
Yeah, Rimtalos did take a bit more damage than he'd like in that fight, but a really great Rift Walk, trusting his teammate Smackler there, moving in to try to set up the taunt against Repressix. It did land, he did disappear instantly, but they have to remember that Rouge is very strong, in a very strong state right now, finishing his 4th item and working up to his 5th.
And yeah, he's going for that Infinity Edge right now. And actually, Repressix will be pretty strong right now, as in the previous fight he did have only, he didn't have the second Zeal item finish. Now he has the Rapid Cannon, and he has the Last Whisper to complement that, and that's going to be a free Baron for Team Solomata.
Yeah, we can see this game very back and forth, so entertaining to watch. Still more than 5,000 gold lead for Team Solomata, but Public Enemy are still equal in kills here, not being afraid to take any fights so far. They do have to look out for the main target, Rouge, here. I do expect him to be on top in these damage grabs, winning every fight he takes.
And, well, for now, I don't know. What do you think? What does Public Enemy has to do to come back into this?
They have to be confident in their engage potential. They did set up a really strong fight in the top set before, and we can see Rimtalis stacking up his Rift Walk, looking to try to make a play. They are trying to find each other here, and let's see who's the most impatient one. The Afting going in for a ward will take a bit damage, but that's fine for them. We can see Rouge in a good position, trying to push out top lane. Public Enemy does have to look for an engage instantly here if they don't want to lose anything.
And while Predator and Righteous Glory enabled, Ekes will adjust back off as they need to defend the base. Rouge is already in it with the Baron buff, and now it's going to be a free bot lane tier 2 for Team Solomata.
Yeah, we can see a lot of pressure against this naked inhibitor in top lane on Public Enemy's side. Another tower going down in the bot lane, looking to open up the 3rd inhibitor on Public Enemy's side. Very strong game so far from Team Solomata. Very excited to see how the fights will go out. Will they lose confidence? Let's see if Public Enemy tries to take a fight in the bot lane right now. And we can see Rouge trying to clear 2 waves at the same time for his team, rotating towards bot lane right now to help Siege with his barrels and cannon barrage. But yeah, waiting for the minion wave for Team Solomata, and here comes in, but the Sejuani misses her ultimate. Afting moving in, the great flash pulverize onto 2 targets from for Team Solomata. Mansoul coming out to try to peel them off, but Riftwalk comes in, a kill for Frexy, a kill for Smackler, great ultimate by Always, but will not stop the engage. 3 kills for Public Enemy, great defense from them, and another fight fumbled for Team Solomata are not successful in trying to peel them in these team fights, and it's just a composition difference, I believe. Public Enemy's confidence will walk over Team Solomata if this keeps happening. They can't set up good sieges, they don't have enough range or confidence to try to take down Public Enemy. They are fighting back with all their strength and winning these team fights like it's nothing so far.
And yeah, well, what I want to see is, I don't know why Banner isn't bot yet. Banner would be a big game changer here, as there's pretty much no way how to clear it for Public Enemy. Jin can try to do it with the Rapid Cannon, but that's like 1 every 10 seconds. He can just throw 1 auto, maybe a lucky W, well, not a lucky W, but a lucky Q bounce or something like that. And with Baron and Banner, if they can manage to get Baron again, then that should be the way to do it. But as we can see, Capsy has opted into full-on peeling. Ardent Sensei, he has the Mikhails, he has the Redemption, and well, Mata doesn't want to buy it either. So
yeah, and as you said, that's the win condition for Team Solomata. If they get that banner and play out the fights passively, they have a lot of control to try to zone out Jin when he tries to move in to do damage to the minion, just because the Caitlyn traps and Gangplank barrels put up a lot of pressure in a lane when trying to siege. So let's see if they figure it out. But actually a fight erupting. Impel landed onto Mata, but he will not go down.
And Rimtal is completely destroying him.
Yeah, Rimtalis gets a kill, but the fight is going... Rouge is in the fight now, but always going so low, doing a lot of damage with his Sand Soldiers, and Public Enemy forced to back off. Will they secure this inhibitor? And yes, it does seem so. Alva is living in this teamfight, but Curtain Call coming out. Mata looking to stop it, not afraid to use this Arctic Assault to close the gap. And yeah, Skarner actually using his Predator to try to move in. Will not secure anything as Caitlyn is answering his engage very well. A lot of control here from Team Salamata. Let's see if they're successful in taking down the turret. It does seem that one will go down. Rouge trying to land some barrels, but Frexy quick to dodge them. Deadly Flourish landed onto Repressix, but doesn't do much damage. But the crit actually against Repressix. Will he go down? Great kiting from them, and Smackler goes down. No kills for them. Meanwhile, Frexy actually getting 2 kills against Team Salamata. What a great play from him.
And yeah, that was an interesting series of events. They were trying to get the Nexus turrets. They managed to get one, and now the second one as well. There was a situation if one Jin W landed on like 2 targets on Team Salamata, that would be a kill and probably a wipe for Public Enemy. But Rouge and I don't remember who was the second one. They just managed to dodge everything. And yeah, well played actually from both of the teams. As we can see, Constantine can almost one-shot a half of the team from Team Salamata, but Repressix and Always have been playing quite well to play around that.
Yeah, they do have to watch out for Rouge because he does not have any boots in his items. He has 6 items right now, does have 50% critical strike, so that's very dangerous from him. And Team Salamata do seem to look to set vision in the bot side of the map, as Elder Drake will be spawning in a second. It does seem that they will secure it.
As Ekis is taking the golems.
Yeah, Public Enemy will not answer this at all, and they are moving towards bot side, so they do not care about Baron right now, just trying to finish the game as fast as possible since 2 inhibitors are down already. And yeah, let's see if Public Enemy can make a good engage here against Team Salamata. That's key here in this team fight. And yeah, pings coming out, they're really scared. Public Enemy going to sacrifice this inhibitor, it seems like. But Curtain Call coming out, Afting's W headbutt is going to be cancelled out, but Azir finally using his ultimate in time. Great disengage, but Rimtol is shredding Team Salamata. So much damage, but he does go down as a trap is placed. Repressing's playing really well, but Afting flashing in, gets a kill against Capsy, but Mata holding off 2 targets at once, and Repressing still alive, doing so much damage. That will be a double kill, same as Rouge. They will be finishing the game. Mata flashing in, styling on Public Enemy, it looks like. What a great game, back and forth, so much kills in this game. Well played by Team Salamata.
And yeah, crazy game 1. And we witnessed the individual strength of Team Salamata versus the synergy from Public Enemy.
Yeah, and what an interesting game. As we talked in the Champions Select, they did show all of the qualities that were possible in this game. And as we see, Rouge did manage to farm up really well, doing the most damage in the game. 38,000 coming out from him. Rimtalis and Shrexy are not too far behind in the damage graph, and Repressix being the next one on Team Salamata's side.
It's actually pretty crazy seeing Cassading dealing like 10k more damage than the Azir, as Azir has a huge range advantage, and he can just poke down everyone in like at any point of the game, pretty much with a little to no counterplay. So well played game by Rimtolis. I would say that the first pick Cassadin almost worked out for them. I don't think that was the problem. I think in this game Smackler was the problem. He fell too far behind. He died too many times 1v1 versus Rouge. And Rouge playing like massively this game, getting 1v1s, 1v2s whole game, and yeah, doing the most for his team.
Yeah, and really great game actually from Public Enemy. I do want to point that out. Very strong team fights from coming out from them, even though they were behind in gold for so long. But the confidence in this team, we can see that they have worked together for a long time, taking these fights, even though they are behind. Rimtal is doing great engages together with Smackler, using Stand United to its fullest potential, and yeah, it was back and forth, very exciting to watch. I do hope the second game will be similar, and yeah, let's see if Team Solomata are able to snowball this win.
And yeah, that was it for game 1, and well, we will see them play one more time in a couple, well, in a bit, but yeah, that was a pretty interesting game. What do you think? What does Public Enemy need to do to come back, well, and turn this around?
They do have to work on setting vision in these games. If the early game wouldn't be so rough on Smackler, maybe he did need a little more help in the laning phase. Maybe help him shove out the lane sometimes so he can back sooner. And yeah, they just need to get through the early game and try to take these fights when they are able to, for well, at least for the team composition they had in game 1.
And yeah, stay tuned for game 2, which will start in a while, in a bit. we are in the Champ Select for the second game between Team Solo Mata and Public Enemy. This time Team Solo Mata on the blue side, while Public Enemy on the red side, and we already get the first 3 bans for Team Solo Mata, which are Kassadin, Camille, and Cyan. They don't want to mess with that Rimtolis Kassadin anymore.
Yeah, all of the possible engage being banned out from Public Enemy, Kassadin, Camille, Cyan, all of the champions. Really great to engage onto Team Solo Mata. We did see that they did fall apart when Public Enemy tried to strike throughout the first game. So taking away all of the champions from them. And the Kazakhs' first pick, we did see it banned in the previous champion select. And that is going to be answered by Sejuani, a strong champion to match against Kazakhs. Can tank up his initial engage with the passive.
And I'm really surprised by the Jax ban. Did they really think that Mata is going to first pick the Jax?
Maybe they had some information that he's playing it a lot, or they don't respect any other picks that he can pull out. Maybe they're not afraid of anything else, or maybe Jax specifically is really good against Sejuani, which they wanted to get. Maybe Jax is an easier matchup.
But Olaf is open, so what's going on there?
Yeah, I don't understand. Maybe they should first pick Olaf. So that's a really good champion against Sejuani too. But we can see that Corki is picked up also for Rimtolis, so a bit of another carry champion for him in this game.
And Amumu is going to be Azir once again. So second game we'll see Alwise as Azir. And yeah, it seems like that Rimtolis needs to early pick his champions because, well, maybe he doesn't feel really comfortable on some second-hand picks.
Yeah,
and
but
yeah, Annie is Caitlyn. So we have Azir and Caitlyn.
Oh, so another Azir Caitlyn combo for Team Solo Mata. Very comfortable with these champions that can control the battlefield really well and that can set up really easy sieges for the team. I don't know how Kazakhs pairs up with that. I still think a pick like Sejuani or Olaf would be a bit better, but Alistar picked for Afting again. In the previous game, we saw him performing really well with his headbutt pulverized combos throughout the team fights. So I'm really excited to see more plays coming out from him this game.
And yeah, he had pretty solid answer. So what do you think? Are they going to pick the Jhin again? Ezreal is banned out, so they don't want any safe picks for Public Enemy. And yeah, they respect Gangplank ban. So yeah, maybe Smackla didn't feel that comfortable playing against Rouge Gangplank.
Yeah, well, probably. I think it was pretty clear in the previous game that Rouge is an exceptional Gangplank enthusiast, so it's understandable that it's taken away in the second ban phase. But so far, I'm once again a fan of Public Enemy's champion select. Some strong front light provided for Corki, so he can play out the team fights in a safe manner. And as you mentioned, Jhin picked up for Frixie, another champion that he can exploit really well. We saw that a lot of good plays coming out from him in the previous game, hitting a lot of curtain calls, using his deadly flourish to its fullest potential. So yes, I'm really excited to see this bot lane matchup played out again.
And Akali is Janna, so the same bot lane for both of the teams in the second game. And yeah, it's going to be pretty interesting. Top lane not yet picked for Rouge, and there's a Gnar hover, so it might be interesting. What can Smackla play against it? Because Gnar, similar to Gangplank, is kind of like a lane bully.
Yeah, and talking about the bot lane matchup again, maybe Capsy and Ropesix, now that they have acquired the experience on how Frexy and Afting can play champions like Alistar and Jhin, maybe they can counter the engages in this game. They have the experience now, they can expect things, so I do hope that they play the lane a bit better than previously.
But yeah, it goes both ways as Frexy and Frexy and Afting have the feel of how Rappersix and Capsy play as well. So it's going to be pretty interesting. And yeah, those are the picks. We have 4 team solo meta. We have Nar, we have Kazakhs in the jungle, which is going to be a big wild card in this game. Because, well, yeah, I think Kazakhs can do wonders or just crumble against Sejuani CC.
Yeah, I do think that the previous setup from Team Solo Meta regarding the champion select was a bit stronger than this time. I'm not a big fan of champions like Nar and Kazakhs against the setup of Public Enemy, showing a lot of experience in draft phases. I have to give it to Public Enemy in the end of this draft. Another strong front line like Maokai, Sejuani, and Alistar picked up by them. Similar to previous match by Shen and Alistar. So yeah, it all revolves around Rimtalis being able to farm up in the earlier game, getting his spike, Trinity Force, and maybe a crit item followed with that. And yes, it all depends on how Kazakhs can shut down his ability to farm it out.
And yeah, while players are picking in the right picks, I want to remind you about the Axe Friday, and I have information how you can participate in it. Now, there's a BESL Facebook page. You need to follow the page. There's a post regarding the Axe giveaway, and in that post, well, you, as always, just like and share it. But in addition to that, just tag a person which got you into video games, or in some specific like competitive game, like who got you into League of Legends or maybe CSGO. So yeah, that's going to be the entry for the giveaway. And after the games, after this game, and there's going to be 2 games between Vegan Unit 4 and Iron Wolves, we will announce the winner.
Yeah, and be sure to use the time before the game start to participate in this giveaway. As Derek said, you have to tag the one person that got you into video games to be able to win these great prizes from Axe, shower gel, and 3 different deodorants.
Well, yeah, as you, if you're one of those people who game all day and all night 24/7, I know some of them, then this stuff will help you out massively, as you need to be fresh in game and out of game.
Yeah, you need to be fresh when you decide to step out of your chair and maybe leave your house, so you can be ready to
buy some groceries.
Yeah, enjoy the real world a little bit, but let's not continue talking about that, maybe, as we all are game connoisseurs. And yeah, more about the matchup. How do you feel Team Solo Mata has to play it out to get a lead against Public Enemy?
Well, I think it's going to revolve around top lane again, but this time Rouge will need a little bit of assistance from Mata, so maybe that's the way how Mata and Rouge can snowball this game.
Yeah, but I think Kazakhs has to watch out for Corki's movement and set up wards for Alvise, as Azir is a pretty good pick against Corki, I do believe. So yeah, it is going to revolve around Mata's ability to catch out Corki. Maybe when he's trying to rotate, maybe set up a play with his package. Kazakhs can always try to move through the jungle and deny that happening and force the package early. So yes, I do hope that Mata can show great performance on this champion.
And with all that said, we will take a small commercial break. When we'll be back, we'll have the second game between not Falcon eSports, rather Team Solo Mata and Public Enemy.
I can never forgive Lattelecom for murdering our mother.
I've been cooperating, you're just not listening.
You're not listening to me. Pasaules top seriāli. Skaties visas sezonas uzreiz visos tavos ekrānos. Shortcut films. Tikai 6 eiro mēnesī. Shortcut. Tu redzēsi.
You spray. You awkward. You're gold. Smell fresh all day with new Axe Gold Body Spray.
G's than the L. Y'all want more 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 G's than the L. Go rap out till I black out.
And we are in the second game between Team Solomata versus Public Enemy. And as we are loading in the game, you can see the question on the screen. Who's the person you should thank for choosing to enter the gaming world?
Yeah, and another interesting game from Public Enemy versus Team Solomata. The first one was really exciting. I do believe one of the most exciting games in the season so far. So I hope there's a lot more action to see in this game.
And it's going to be a hype one because, well, yeah, I want to see if Mata still has the, I don't know, has the drive to really go for the assassin plays. He used to be a pretty aggressive player. Nowadays, everyone, not only him, but everyone has defaulted to playing more tanky stuff in the jungle and elsewhere. So yeah, we don't see much Kazakhs lately. Competitive.
I do think that the first game really ignited Mata's instincts and the passion to play this game. So I expect great performance from his Kazakhs in this game. Yeah, I'm really excited so far.
So yeah, standard start this time. Both junglers start with the assistance of their bot laners. So they will both meet in the top lane probably.
Yeah, probably trying to fight for the scuttler. Really easy to pick up by a champion like Sejuani. We'll see if Kazakhs wants to try to take a fight there. But Wolves completed by Kazakhs a bit sooner than Ekkas. So he's going to be there a bit quicker.
And on top lane, Rouge already trying to poke down the Smackler, but it's going to be a hard job for the first, I don't know how many levels.
Yeah, Smackler also taking bone plating, a really strong rune right now, one of the newer ones that works really well against champions like Gnar that want to land as much auto attacks as possible in these trades. And we can see Kazakhs trying to move into the jungle and
will he get the steal?
He was spotted out and,
he gets the red buff.
Yeah, Mata, great play. Even though he was spotted out by Ekkas, he was a bit greedy and Mata is still moving in, tried to cancel his back. And it is cancelled. Very well played by Mata. Let's see if he goes for the Raptors, and he does. Meanwhile, Ekkas actually trying to cancel his back. Will try to steal it, but it was picked up by Mata.
Mata jumps in, tries to go for the first blood. Ekkas will have to flash over the wall, and yeah, already a pretty aggressive fight between the junglers. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, everyone's pretty low. Frexy with like 200 HP.
Yeah, great play by Mata right now. 2 levels ahead already, taking 2 camps from Ekkas. So already showing a lot of promise on this champion, even though he's up against a tanky champion like Sejuani. And as I saw in the previous game, we can see Repressix and Capsy not afraid to push in this lane, try to take control as fast as possible.
But Rimtol is getting low in the mid lane. This time it's not Castadin who can just eat up the poke. He actually has to play a bit more careful.
Yeah, as I said, Azure is a pretty good pick against Corki. Does outrange him for the first couple of levels before he gets his ultimate ready. And Mata playing aggressive once again in Ekkas' jungle, trying to deny every single camp he can. But the smite...
Both of them don't have smite. But Ekkas will get this one. Mata jumps away, but yeah, nothing that Ekkas can really do about this, as his bot lane is pushed in.
Yeah, only thing Ekkas can do right now is try to go for the Krugs, since Raptors were not finished by Mata, the little one was still there. So, great control so far from Mata. Even though he didn't secure the ground, it's still great to apply this pressure against Sejuani.
And this game, bot lane from Team Solo, Mata plays with a lot more respect, backing up when they're low. Then they don't want to risk getting like foreshotted by Jhin and throwing the lead that way.
Yeah, beforehand they did have to experience losing the first blood in the bot lane to Public Enemy, and Alba is actually playing really aggressive here, sliding in to try to land damage onto Rimtalis. He's forced to flash away as Kazakhs did connect a leaf onto him. So it's great to see this pressure applied from Mata. We can see that there's still a lot of power in his ability to play assassins. And
that was after Rimtolus used his teleport, so he has no mana and pretty much almost no health. He has Doran's shield, so he can't really heal up as much as he would want to.
Yeah, we can see that he still decides to stick around, does not want to sacrifice too much in trying to recall, not respecting the fact that Mata could be around, but he does have the ward set up in the bot side bush, and finally he's going to recall, probably gonna lose. Oh no, he actually does cancel it. So, yeah, he's going to wait up for the wave to come, always maybe think he back.
And on top lane, it's just a power matchup, but in this one, Rouge is winning it by a huge margin already. And well, once he gets his first items and the levels on the W, it's going to be pretty rough.
Yeah, and the buffs are going to be spawning soon for the junglers. Let's see if Mata is confident enough to move towards the jungle of Public Enemy to try to pressure him even more. But yeah, they are pinging out, trying to cover any entrances that Kazakhs might come from, setting up vision in the bot side of the map. So it is going to make it harder for him to move in. Ekka setting another ward in the jungle. But it looks like Kazakhs is trying to move towards the bushes in bot lane, maybe do a lane gank. And
well, Afting goes in and at the worst timing ever. Now Frexy flashed away heals, and there's teleport coming in from the Smackler. And well, let's see.
Another teleport actually. Rouge moving in too. He does have the Mega Gnar ready. Do we see a good ultimate? Yes, Afting is going to be stunned up. Smackler too. Ekkas is stunned too, but the kill for Repressix is going to be returned by Frexy onto Capsy, but Always is moving in.
He has the flash.
Yeah, he flashes in, does land ultimate only on Smackler, is successful in trying to flash over his wall. Not the most successful play from Always here. Did try to land his ultimate on more targets than one, but TSM are going to be happy with that one. They are a bit ahead in gold right now, and Always wasn't late to try to farm this wave up.
And yeah, he barely, during all this time, he barely managed to push in the wave. But yeah, that's, I don't know, I guess that's the right play. He shouldn't like roam where there's no success guaranteed. In this position, he just needs to farm up for the minion, for the, I don't know, the Trinity Falls. He opted for the Phage instead of the Sheen.
Yeah, and landing a lot of poke onto Always is going to force him to back off. We'll try to move towards bot lane, maybe do a gank or set up some vision. Yeah, pink ward being placed in the pixel bush. And yeah, nothing too exciting happening around the map right now. Repressix and Caps is still looking to push in there. Wave and Frexy will be backing off for now.
So a lot more even game on the bot lane than in the game one. Both AD carries around the same CS. Both have one kill each. But as we can see, there's already a lot of turret damage coming from Repressix.
Yeah, we can see pings coming out from TSM. They did see Corki moving towards top lane with his package, but is moving towards mid lane. Azir being given the blue buff by Kazakhs, so he will have a bit of a easier time in matching Corki's damage right now. And we can see the bot lane matchup. They are respecting the Alistar and Jhin ability to engage, as Sejuani is missing right now on the map, so they're not trying to move towards damaging that tower right now. But Sejuani is still close. Afting does land the Pulverize, Deadly Flourish to follow it up. Not too much damage coming out. Actually, there is the Dancing Grenade does land, but Corki package coming out. Curtain Call will miss. The first shot will miss, the second one connecting, and the third one as well. The fourth will miss as well. And not the best engage from Public Enemy. Let's see if the fight does continue.
Well, Matu wants to fight this. Big ultimate from Azir, but he will just get dropped by 4 members from Public Enemy.
Yeah, and very interesting that TSM wanted to stick around there. They did disengage successfully. Mata did look for something in the bush, wasn't maybe the best decision there, as Always did go down. Now looking to maybe get some damage onto the bot lane turret, trying to shove it out. Another minion wave is coming, so Capsy is pretty low on HP and they are outnumbered. The tornado will, the delay the wave a little bit, but that won't help as much. But the tower probably going to survive. So a lot of time maybe wasted here from Public Enemy. Not too much damage being landed onto the tower as they are finally backing off.
But during all this, the mid lane wave crashed into the TSM's turret, and now there's going to be quite a... Well, Corki will be able to get a bit of a CS lead after this one.
We can see him still not afraid to take fights with Always. But he still doesn't have Shen. Oh, actually, Repressig's going down to Frexy. They did stick around to try to make this play happen, and Mata moving in to try to stop Afting from getting away. Will he land the kill? It doesn't seem so, because Headbutt does connect, and he's still trying to chase him down, but Rimtalis is moving towards bot lane. Same as always, maybe they'll try to make something happen, and it doesn't seem so. An interesting play from Public Enemy, aren't successful in getting anything by overstaying in the bot lane.
And well, a pretty quiet game with a few spikes of action so far, but I think there's need to be
Oh, actually, Azure moving in, the ultimate does land, pushing away Rimtalis. Leap does not connect there. Mata not landing any damage against Rimtalis. He did flash out in time, so a failed engage by Team Solo Mata, but they didn't have to use any summoners to try to make that play happen, so that's pretty okay from them.
Rimtalis did use the flash himself, so that's something at least. And Afting just zoning away always. And it seems like they will be going for the middle turret as Ekaz is already there.
Yeah, Ek is backing up Rimtalis just so he can pressure the lane even more as Kha'Zix was backing out anyway. But yeah, the game is so slow so far. They're just trading tower damage. As we can see, no one's really committing to anything so far. So we'll just have to be patient and see how they play this out.
But jungle matchup has flipped completely. Now Mata is the one responding, at least trying to respond to Ekaz, while Ekaz is making the proactive plays.
Yeah, the pressure did seem to lack from Mata when Ekaz got some of his items and some of his levels. He was trying to be a bit more respectful later on.
And while Rimtol is getting collapsed on, Mata still has the jump, will not commit to it as he doesn't have the vision on Ekaz.
Yeah, great trade coming out from Mata. He did reveal his position, but nonetheless a pretty well played fight from him. And he is moving down towards bot lane, going through the Tribush, landing some damage against Ekaz. And Caitlyn ultimate to follow that up. Not much happening after that, just trading against one another. And teleport actually coming out from both Public Enemy solo laners. Will they make anything happen? Corki does have his package. Let's see if it lands. It does zone out Represix a little bit, but Maokai ultimate landing on all of the targets. Will they go for the dive? Yes. The ultimate from Sejuani does connect onto Mata. He is going down, but Pulverize going to land against both of the bot laners for TSM, but Ekaz being carried around under the turret will go down. But Azir meanwhile fighting, does use his ultimate and flash out, but Frexy to follow up the flash will always get out. It doesn't seem so. Frexy landing the third kill in this game, in this team fight. Well played by Public Enemy. What a great teleport from both of the solo laners, securing a lot of kills and the first tower of the game.
Nearly goes to Public Enemy because a second later Rouge got the tower on the top lane, but Rouge's teleport is on cooldown. Did he use it to go back to lane? Yeah,
it does seem like Smackler did figure out the patterns of Rouge playing the lane, so he did see that he has no teleport and were comfortable trying to make this play happen in bot lane, and it does result in the Drake secured by them too. So yeah, well played by Public Enemy so far. I like what they're doing with the map, using the core key package and the teleport advantage to its fullest potential.
But the Gnar is slowly getting stronger and stronger, and there's going to be a point where Maokai will not be able to withstand him.
Yeah, we can see also Rimtalis doing... Oh, there's actually a fight between Mata and Frexy in the bottom side jungle. Will he go down? No, the headbutt coming out. He does try to flash on him, but the kill does not land. Wow, what a great play from Public Enemy's side, being quick to react to this aggressive play from Mata. Flash being used, but for what? For nothing. The kill will not follow up for Team Solo Mata.
Team Solo Mata did get the bot lane turret, so they have one turret advantage so far. Still 1k behind in gold as Public Enemy are pushing down the mid lane.
Yeah, we can see Ekkas being in position in mid lane, trying to zone always off of the turret, maybe answering this play from Repressix. Oh, now ultimate does not land. And an interesting interaction between Afting and Azir's wall. He is successful in trying to disengage, although they do lose the turret in mid lane. And yeah, they are backing off after that.
And Rimtol is dying in the top lane. Was that a solo kill from Rouge on top lane? I didn't even see it. We were so focused on the action.
It does seem like it. Like, as you predicted, Gnar trying to hit his power spike very soon can take these duels against champions like Corki. Well, if it was a solo kill, I'm really surprised because Corki does have his items now. And yeah, he's looking to snowball it, going to match Smackler in the bot side. But meanwhile, they are trying to secure the Herald maybe. Yeah, this started by Team Solo Mata, but Ekkas is still pretty close to try to take this fight.
And well, we can see that Gnar is going for the Blade of Druiding second. And well, Afting looking for an engage. Ekkas right behind him, Frexy helping them with the curtain call. And well, Herald getting really low. That's going to go for the smite fight. Now, a big
teleport
engage.
channeled by Rouge actually. The Herald does go down for Public Enemy, but Rouge in a misposition, landing a great ultimate on Frexy. He is going down now, switching targets to Rimtalis. Meanwhile, Afting going to go down to Mata as well. Will the rock connect? Yes, it does. A stun maybe? No, but a great flash from Rimtalis. Still a lot of slows coming out from Team Solo Mata, and really well played team fight from them. We see the situation being reversed right now, that Smackler doesn't have his teleport for this Herald fight, when Rouge is being able to dish out this huge damage and a lot of control in the team fights with a champion like Gnar. So yeah, well played by them. Let's see if Smackler is successful in returning this failed team fight with a turret kill.
And yeah, two turrets for Team Solo Mata.
There's a fight actually in bot lane. Rouge trying to get Smackler off from the turret, which has went down already, but Smackler with a great outplay does dodge Rouge's stun. An interesting fight so far, but Mata is there to try to react to this play. Repressix close too. The flash used a bit, I don't know, it was a bit pointless because the leap was still there from Mata.
And the Herald put down on mid lane, so Always will not be able to defend the turret. And that a pretty fast-paced game from a really slow early game.
Yeah, Public Enemy really quick to try to react to this, to react to their teammate going down in the bot side. Really quickly setting up the Herald and getting a turret in mid lane. Another turret picked up for them in the top side, so they are ahead in terms of turrets right now, and they are looking to go back after getting this win.
And so far, Jin already on 2 items on the Essence Reaver and the Rapid Fire Cannon. Now, as we can see, he has the most gold in the game so far, but only Rimtolis is behind 600, and then compared to the enemy team, to the Team Solo Mata, he's like 1k ahead more than everyone else.
Yeah, very interesting. I hope to see Rimtalis starting to finish his second item, which is going to be Infinity Edge, and as I said, he does finish it up, and will be able to dish out a lot more damage in these team fights, so I'm excited to see how they play out. Team Solo Mata have to be a bit careful here. trying to set vision around the topside river now. A lot of pings coming out, being very careful in terms of trying to clear out the wards.
Corki does have the package and he just took the blue, so there's a possibility of a fight breaking down. Drake's coming up in 25 seconds.
That does seem to, the focus still seems to be towards the Baron buff. Caitlyn traps will spot out Public Enemy moving into the river, clearing up the pink wards and the regular wards in the river.
And well, Capsy might get caught out.
Yeah, Rimtal is looking to try to land these crits on Capsy. He does flash over the wall, but follows up with package. Did fail to succeed, did fail to trying to kill Capsy there.
And getting pretty low himself over there.
Yeah, we can see Mata is in a good position here in the bush. Will get spotted out and actually is forced to flash away. The ultimate from Sejuani does not land, but Curtain Call being used will hit Mata once, and nothing much happening there. A great ultimate by Always in the disengage will negate the effects of Maokai ultimate too. They don't have much tools in defending this Baron after using both Sejuani and Maokai's ultimate. Let's see if they are successful in securing this Baron, and no, they are looking to back off and move towards mid lane. Maybe they want to pick a fight, probably not, just because of the ultimates being burned by them.
And well, yeah, pretty interesting chain of events over there. At the start, it seemed like Capsy is going to die and it's going to be a Baron, but somehow Capsy survived. Dropper 6 almost turned around that situation by getting, well, nearly killing Rimtolis over there. And it's going to get only worse as Rimtolis is the main damage dealer for Public Enemy, with Jhin being more of a support, I would say. And actually, the Curtain Call from Jhin going the crit build is not the strongest, so he'll have to go in, go in and join the fights pretty closely, and that's going to be pretty scary versus a Kha'Zix.
And I did feel like in that fight, Rimtolis was a bit hesitant when moving in with his package because Janus' flash was burned there. Maybe if he positioned it a bit better, he might have cut off the path for Capsy, and maybe that would have resulted in the kill. But yeah, let's hope that he fixes this mistake and maybe plays a bit more aggressive in the next fight. And so far the control of vision is for Public Enemy in the river, but Team Solo Mata are not afraid to try to move in and clear some of these bushes. Mata is looking to try to land some damage on Frexy. Does not hit his Q, but Sejuani ultimate landing on him. He's going to be focused down, but Monsoon, great peel. But what a play from Alwise. What a great ultimate. Will Nar hit his stun? Yes, it's a two-man stun against Afting and Nekas. Moving towards Frexy now. Smackler is here to try to peel for his team. He's doing so much work right now. Frexy is still alive to do a lot of damage. Always is trying to back off here. Will Capsy go down? He does not have his flash. Yes, the Pulverize does connect, and with the help of Scuttler's movement speed, Frexy is moving in to try to land the kill. What a great deadly flourish heal here. Always actually flashing into that. What a great play from Public Enemy. So exciting. The tide suddenly turning.
And they're going to, a near miss for Frexy over there, but he's going for more. He still has both summoners. Dropper 6 does not, and a near wipe for Public Enemy.
Yeah, we did see the deadly flourish, barely missing him there. Maybe that would result in another kill, but to me it seems a bit weird that they didn't just immediately turn towards the Baron. They do have a lot of damage. They are starting it a bit late now, just because of that chase that was, just because of the chase against Repressix, and Mata already in possession to try to pressure this objective here. Capsy is there too. Repressix and Rouge moving in, but the Pulverize landing on Mata. Will he get focused down? And yes, Caitlyn ultimate not doing much damage against Frexy. The jungler of Team Solo Mata does go down. Public Enemy should be confident in taking this fight, but Smackler going really low. Great peel from... Wow, actually, what a great engage from Afting. What a great Pulverize against Caitlyn. And the Zir is not successful in turning this team fight around. Corki getting a triple kill in this team fight. Obviously a 4 versus 5 team fight 1v1 from Team Solomata, and the Baron is secured by Public Enemy.
But I would say that the real MVPs for this fight were the bot lane for Public Enemy, as Afting got like 3 or 4 combos down in the whole fight. Frexy not missing a thing. And yeah, Rimtolis had an easy job following up with the damage there. So yeah, a big win for them. They check all they tick all their checks in how to win a game. They have a great composition. They are spiking and they're doing everything they need to do.
Yeah, as we saw, Sejuani has the role of trying to pick off targets, like we saw Kha'Zix there, and meanwhile, Alistar and Maokai used to set up the battlefield for Rimtolis so he can dish out as much damage as possible. We saw Smackler landing great ultimates in these team fights that help out Rimtolis' ability to dish out damage a lot. And another Cloud Drake secured for Public Enemy that will help out with the rotations and the huge wave. Actually, Curtain Call coming out from Repressix, an early heal to try to get some movement speed. He's dodging out every bullet except the last one, but that will not result in a kill. Great dodges by him.
And a huge minion wave on the bot lane. It's like four waves stacked or something. And it's surely going to be the inhibitor and the inhib. And yeah, that's only the beginning. Rouge is not even looking to back for this. Is Public Enemy going to back off, or will they look for more?
Yeah, they do seem to be setting up the wave in the middle, maybe going for another tower, because Rouge is still not backing right now. He does not have his teleport. They are looking to secure another inhibitor tower, and an engage coming out from Smackler, and the ultimate from Sejuani landing onto Repressix, but will not result in a
is getting
kill.
really low. AC in Hall is going to be blocked by Ekaz. Now, Frexy looking for something, dealing a lot of damage, and yeah, Kha'Zix is just not relevant in this game, as he cannot safely jump in at any moment now.
Yeah, but still the inhibitor does fall for Team Solomata, so Public Enemy surely got more than they came for. They didn't get one, they got 2 of them, and now they are setting up to try to get the 3rd one in this game, and really confident game from them so far. Let's see if Team Solomata are able to come back into the game and not lose their focus in this matchup.
If we look at the bot lanes, Jhin is 4k ahead of the Caitlyn. He has 2 more items finished than the Caitlyn. Caitlyn's just trying to grasp something, and just a big difference in the damage over here. And yeah, I would say that Public Enemy are just too tanky.
Too tanky, yeah. They Team Solomata do not seem to be landing any kills in these team fights, but the waves pushed out by Team Solomata very well. So they did buy some time for the inhibitors to try to respawn, but rapid fire cannons will help out in trying to secure the tower of Team Solomata. And
well, it's just poke wars for now, but I think that Corki and Jhin win the poke wars any time of the day. Curtain Call comes down trying to zone them away. The shield is going to soak up most of it, and well, Capsy dropped to half HP. Rouge in like defense mode, trying to just clear out the minions, and well, yeah, the Curtain Call not doing much, as Team Solomata will be able to heal up.
Yeah, it didn't seem as successful as I would like from Public Enemy there. Maybe they will play a bit more aggressive now in this next wave that's coming into the base, and yes, the turret will be secured, as well as the inhibitor probably, and yeah, it does go down, so that's 3 inhibitors already down for Team Solomata. Will they be looking for a pick or a fight here in the base? And yeah, the waves are being cleared, so we can see that they're not afraid to get in position to try to make another aggressive team fight come out.
And well, Afting is going to be the man on the engage. He has the flash and the combo ready. Now Frexy almost dropping Matt there with an auto attack and the Q and the W.
We can see Azir trying his best to clear his waves with the range that he does.
But Rouge is dealing tons of damage to the Maokai. Maokai is really low, and well, he will look for jump in. He jumps in, flashes in, three-man ultimate into the Azir. 5-man Shurima shuffle from Always, but it's not going to be enough as Team Solomata just dying one by one. Ruppersig is going to be the next one. Double kill for him. Tolis, Capsy only one alive, and well, it seems like that it's going to be 1-1 for Team Solomata versus Public Enemy.
That was an absolutely astonishing try from Team Solomata in that team fight. Great setup from Rouge and Always in this fight, but Repressix does not have the damage to try to deal with these champions that are being brought towards them. Because, you know, Always, when he does go in for the Shurima shuffle, he will land his ultimate, but he's a bit mispositioned in that situation. He still has both of his summoners when he finished. He still had both of his summoners after dying, so was not looking to reposition to try to land some damage in that fight. So unsuccessful try from Team Solomata, but nonetheless great series, and it is going to be ending in a 1-1.
And yeah, that's like the second 1-1 we've seen, and both of them have gone to Team Solomata, so something's with them, but I'm happy that they can get some wins. Both games were really interesting, and in this one we can see Jin just dealing tons of damage. Rimtol is only a little bit behind, and Caitlyn completely irrelevant this game.
Yeah, very interesting to see that Jin deals more damage than Corki. So every BSL team should look out for Frexy's ability to pilot this champion. It does seem very scary to me, even though the curtain calls maybe don't land as much and aren't as successful, but the deadly flourishes are really deadly so far, as I saw in these fights.
And yeah, pretty interesting 2 games. This game, Rouge didn't have enough time to make like sideline dominance. He had the items at the end of the game to finally 1v1 Maokai, but it was a little bit too late.
Yeah, he did go for another aggressive build previously, choosing Yomu's Ghostblade as his second item on Gangplank. Now the Blade of the Ruined King built on Gnar, so he does do a lot of damage, but yeah, that's not what they are looking for in trying to establish dominance in the side lanes, and just every single team fight basically in the later game won by Public Enemy.
And yeah, they were just 2 ahead, nothing Team Solomata could do in this one. And talking about Mata had a, I would say, great early game, but then after overextending in the bot lane, he couldn't find the same tempo as in the first couple of minutes.
Yeah, and there's nothing basically to add. Really close games in this series. Maybe the second one, as I mentioned, the draft from Team Solomata wasn't as powerful, even though we saw great play from Mata in the earlier minutes of the game. They did lose composure later when they were forced with trying to secure objectives and trying to secure vision on the map.
And yeah, with that we conclude the match between Team Solomata and Public Enemy. It did go 1-1. It was really exciting games. I will probably watch it again to see maybe I missed something. You can watch it as well if you really liked the series. Maybe if you weren't seeing the whole games live. The first game was amazing. The second one, the first game was really close. The second one not so much, as the team composition from Public Enemy just took over the game.
Yeah, the first one was so packed with action. And be sure to subscribe to BESL Pro channel to see when the WODs of this game will be released, to try to check the games that we saw today. I do believe that the first one really is a match to rewatch. It was very exciting, at least for me.
And with that, we will have one more match. It's going to be Iron Wolves versus Vegan Unit 4, and it's going to be in a few.